Okay, so today we are covering the topic Get Instant Results with Income Producing Activities. So today what we're going to do is we are going to discover the winning script method all for free, and I'm also going to be providing some active feedback and support, giving you some additional time for real thorough question and answers for your business. Now please, I would say that for those of you who are joining, please make sure that you have no distractions, that any additional apps or applications that you have open, or if you're doing anything else, make sure you stay focused. You've got a notepad and pen, or you can take notes off of your phone as well, because this is really going to be something beneficial for your business. So let's get started. Who here's excited and ready to get instant results for their business? If so, I want you to drop me a quick yes or even a quick hello in the chat box below. And even if you're with anybody and you want to type on their behalf, you can just write down their name so I can give you guys a quick shout out. But I just want to thank you all for taking the time out and investing in your business and joining with me for this brief time for this evening. Okay, I see all the yeses coming in. Hi, I am. Yes. Hello. Yes, okay, you guys are pretty much ready, so let's go. Alright, so as you know, I like to give you guys a little bit of information just to welcome you guys in. I am Gabrielle Phillips. I am Hybrid's Managing Director, and Hybrid is a company created all for health and beauty, financial freedom, and wealth creation as well. So if you guys need any support, you can give us and drop us an email at hybridbeauty@gmail.com. We do have a hybrid aftercare line with the number provided just there on the screen, but I'll call it out for you guys: 073764-10579. On that platform, it's a WhatsApp number, so you can actually leave messages, voice notes, and call it at any time, any hour, and we'll be able to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Also as well, we have a Facebook group, which I'm sure all of you guys are all on. If not, head on to facebook.com/groups/High Millionaires. That is our hybrid support group. A lot of information goes up on their business information, stuff to motivate you and keep you going. Tips and tricks are all on there. So that is a platform worth checking out. And also, if you're not already involved, but majority of all millionaires who are on there have all joined the Hybrid Action Group. That is a WhatsApp platform. It's on the go. Tips and resources are shared, anything about our events, and it's our,
Anybody want to go with this?
Please make sure that you guys mute yourself as you are joining, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are together, so please make sure that when you are listening, you're logging in, you're joining, that you're together in as much silence as possible. Alright, so we're going to just get on and get started. So if you're continuing to see more stress than success, it means your focus is more on the problems than the solutions. Set goals on how you can make those goals your reality. So basically, where the purpose of today is that, or with this quote that I'm sharing with you, is that if you're seeing more stress and success, that means that there's a few things that you need to be able to change up and do. What is it that you're doing that possibly could be either going wrong, or what is it that you're doing where you need to tailor and be able to seek the results that you need? So are you setting goals, and are you focusing on those goals to make them into your reality? Is anybody today for this week? Just share with me, have you set any goals this week? Can you honestly say this week for your business, have you set goals? Now I want you to be honest, because this actually plays an important part of your business success. If you haven't, that's fine. We can really work on that by the end of it, and I'm going to be able to share with you how you can set goals. And if you have, then you know, please say yes. And at least if you can, just drop in a quick line of what it is that you have, have you set. It doesn't have to be anything massive. It could be even a small goal, but it's just something where, where your focus is more on the solution than on the problem. This is actually what you need to do to be able to create more results for yourself. And I'd just like to add, just in case, any of you, I'm just giving you the time to think this through. Over the last month, we've really taken you guys through a lot of valuable information, and this has all been geared towards making your business successful. So today, I am switching up a little bit. So I'm going to ask you to be involved as much as possible so I can provide you guys with the most value so you can be able to take that and implement it into your business. So let me see what you guys are saying. Yes. Content building. Okay. So in terms of you setting goals, Thea, content building has been one of the things that you've been doing for this week. That is great. That is fantastic. If there's anybody else, there's plenty of time to share by the end and we can really get into it. But I just want to encourage you guys, if you're in groups or alone, try and get as interactive in this session as possible, because it's those who are the most interactive, asking questions, gaining as much feedback as possible. Those are the ones that genuinely see more results. So when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. This is a quote by Eric Thomas, and then there's another quote by Frank Lloyd Wright, which says, "I know the price of success: dedication, hard work, and an unremitting devotion to the things you want to see happen." Now, I say this all the time. When you really want success, you want it as bad as you can breathe. You really want to be successful. You really want to be walking, breathing, talking it every single day, every single moment, or to be honest, to the best of your ability. You need to have the skills to be dedicated, to be hardworking, and to have, to be devoted to what it is that you believe that you want to see to succeed. So if you really do believe in your business and you really want to be successful, then it really is up to you to be able to implement these steps. So my main purpose of today for you is for you to be able to get engaged and to give you proof on how simple this can be to achieve the results that you're looking for. So what we're going to do is I want to take the time out and focus on some income producing activities. So this is just to see some of the things that you're doing per day. These are some of the things that you can. Now, earlier on last year, I did do I'm not sure what the training topic was. I'm not sure if it's recruitment or something else, but there was a whole session and segment all about income producing activities versus non-income producing activities. So if you've missed that, please just go to www.hybrid.com/hotlinks and you'll see an archive of all the previous trainings that you can catch up on that really are filled with value, just like today's. So with the income producing activities, these are some of the things that you can do. Now, you can build content every day, or build content daily. And you might, if you're unaware, you might not know what content actually is. Content can be text, content can be videos, content can be pictures, and content can even be audio. But what content actually is, it's value-packed information or bite-sized information that can be applied to the audience that you want to share with. So let me give you an example. Where it comes to the messages that I shared to you guys on the Hybrid Action Group with the video attached, that is content. That is content that is able to drive you here to this platform, to this webinar, but it also enables you to, come away with it with a little piece of value. Second income producing activities is emailing your list. So that could be emailing, that could be through direct messaging, whether it's WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or any other type of messaging platform. Emailing your list either daily or weekly, but setting in that time to be able to creating that system that's going to give you that feedback. Number 3 is you must be talking to people every day. Now, in this business, in this hybrid opportunity, you have to be talking to people every day. If you are not talking to people every day, you are seriously stunting your business growth. You need to be at least talking to 5 people per day. That would be my minimum. But if you want to exceed that and do 20 people, even 50 people a day, go for it. It all depends on how much you want to put into it to be able to get the results that you want out. Number 4, build a presence on social media. So whether you want to do this within a private group, whether you want to do this out in the open in public, and you want to, shine a light on your social media platforms, that may be Facebook, it may be Instagram, it may be Snapchat, it may be WhatsApp. WhatsApp has a new story function, so you can actually implement that and inbuild that straight into your contacts. Whatever you feel the most comfortable on, and whatever platform you can actually navigate on, is the best social media platform to use. Don't use anything that you don't know how to use, because that will really negatively impact how people see you and your business as well. Next point is, you can do paid advertising if you can. I would suggest that you, in order to do paid advertising, that you actually seek training first. Everybody looks at, okay, not everybody, but a lot of people look at paid advertising as it's something that is so simple. Yes, it's simple, but it's something that you need training on. So you can seek training externally, or you can book yourself in with me for a training session, and I'll gladly take you through how paid advertising, whether it's on Google, on Facebook, where else now? You could do it on Twitter, but I wouldn't recommend that. Instagram ads are great. There's different platforms that you can work. You can put a minimum budget and set aside where you can actually begin to see results. But every one of these income producing activities needs consistency as well. Now, there's Hangouts, there's webinars just like today, there's conference calls, there's Facebook Live. All of these can be done minimum once a week. There's a lot of people, they set challenges. They actually go on Hangouts and do Facebook Lives and conference calls daily. They set themselves a 7-day challenge, 21-day challenge. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen that across your social media, but these are some of the things that people are doing, and it works and it provides results. Why? Because when you're reaching out to people and you're consistent and you're providing value, it only takes a moment really for the right person to connect to you. And that is some of the things that you want to be doing. Now, with income producing activities, these are activities, or you can even call them tasks, that are geared towards creating a financial result for you. Now, every single business has income producing activities, and since you are in business with hybrid or with any other opportunity that you're with, you need to be able to implement these income producing activities per day. So plans or tasks need to be carried out in order to get your financial reward. So here is an income producing checklist. This is something so basic that can be implemented, but you can make your list as long or short or even detailed as you want it to be. So I'm going to read out the checklist of income producing activities, and what I want you to do is answer honestly. 1, these are some of the things I want you to consider and even write down. Number 1, your consistency of performing or doing some of these activities. 2, occasionally do you perform some of these activities. 3, do you rarely perform some of these activities? Or 4, you don't perform these activities at all. So these are some of the things I want you to consider, whether you're implementing them all the time, occasionally, rarely, or you don't do them at all. So let me go through the list quickly. Number 1, talking to new people every day. 2, follow-ups. Now, from talking to people every day, are you following them up? 3, are you consistently seeking, to build new relationships? 4, are you building every day? So whether that's content, whether that's building relationships, are you actually implementing the 3 together? And 5, are you cultivating an online presence? As I said earlier, whether it can be in groups, whether it can be on different social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever it is, even YouTube? Are you cultivating an online presence? Are you putting yourself out there to be heard? These are some of the things that you need to be doing. Now, where it comes to, so let me just go back for a minute. When you actually are building content every day, this is an action that actually won't give you quick sales, but this is where it will be able to help you to, build your own personal brand. You'll be able to help you, in the long term. And once you continue consistently do it, it will automatically create sales in the long run. So this building content, includes blog posts, audios, which is basically podcasts or videos. So you can pick one that you like to do every day. But as I always say, make sure it's value filled. Make sure whatever you say makes sense. Make sure there's something to refer to. Make sure it has like a source within there as well. So maybe you are not the expert of it yet. So you can get a source, whether it's somebody else online, and then you can talk from your findings. You can talk from, what you've learned, your breakdown of it, your review of, what the information is that you've received. Where emailing your list every day is, it doesn't matter, how much traffic you're getting, but as long as you're collecting email addresses and following up with them, whether you're using a broadcast system, whether you're using an autoresponder like GetResponse or MailChimp or Aweber, things like that, which are at a low cost, where you can build your own email list. And there's so many tutorials online. I mean, I do give trainings for these things, but if you really want to build your own list, these are the things you can do. You can even build your list through SMS, through text messages. So you can get a text message system, or low cost idea is to get another phone, put another SIM in it that has unlimited text bundles, or another phone, put WhatsApp on there, put all your business contacts in terms of their numbers, and you broadcast to them every once a week, twice a week, with whatever your offers are. But you have to make sure that you're not doing it in a non-salesy way. You want to be able to build a relationship with them. So number 3, you must be talking to people every day. So your content and even you emailing your list is not what's going to get you, traffic or people to you overnight. It's you actually building relationships, making sure that people are actually being linked to your content, linked to your email list. That is what's actually going to be able to help your results, get a little bit more further. Okay, so number 4, build a presence on social media. Now, we all know that social media is pretty much taken all over the world. It puts you in front of an audience which is over like 1 billion people, really and truly. And, you can build a following on so many different platforms, as I mentioned before. And if you do this consistently every day, or at least every other day, this will help you to find new people to talk to, and even bring you even more traffic to your website, and even more traffic to the content that you provide. So these are the activities that need to be performed on a daily basis. And if you're doing these things, you are going to start seeing your business evolve and develop into something really fantastic as well. It's going to be able to give you that chance to get instant feedback, whether people want to message you privately or people want to directly comment under the posts and the things that you do. You're going to be able to see how well the post or the content that you do, how well it engages with your audience and how they respond. You want to see that the information that you're putting out there works. Now, where it comes to paid advertising, as I said, you can only do this if you can. I really recommend training. If you don't have the extra money to put into an ad budget, then just don't worry about this part yet. But this is a quicker way to actually get more results by doing paid ads, whether it's pay-per-click, which is PPC, whether it's solo ads, banner ads, carousel ads. There's so many ads out there, and you can put them in different places. Paid for search as well, even ranking ads where you can put them on listing websites and get your, or SEO. I wouldn't really recommend that. Sorry, I wouldn't really recommend SEO right now. I'd probably more go into the paid traffic, but that's only to really invest in if you can. There's also other things that you can do, which is the hangouts, the webinars, and the conference calls. Going live every week. This is actually, to be honest with you, going live or even things like conference calls and webinars and things like that, the most important thing to gain from that is the skills of thinking on your feet, the skills of confidence building, and seeing instant feedback. So this is where you'll be able to see if you're good at speaking, if you're good at closing, if you're good at getting people to take action, which obviously helps you to create sales. And it doesn't matter how many leads you have there. A lot of people get put off and think, oh my gosh, if I go live and there's only one person, is there any point of me even doing it? Yeah, one person is better than nobody. And even if nobody is even there, it's even something that you can still do, because you want to practice the skills to get confident. And that's what it's all about. Whether you're practicing online or whether you want to do it in person, these are the skills that's going to be able to help you to connect and network. I don't know if you guys have actually been on the hybrid support page, but even on there earlier this week I was sharing about networking and how much of an important skill networking is to be able to connect you to your opportunities. So whether you're going to network online with platforms such as Facebook Live and webinars and things like that, or whether you're actually going to network in person by using other platforms and attending network events and things like that, you can do all of those things, but the most important thing is to help you to build confidence. So let's go back to where we was with another quote to mention. When creating your daily to-do list, income producing activities must be number one. So a good example of income producing activities where hybrid is concerned, we have daily posts. We do weekly live sessions, whether it's a webinar like this or whether it's our Connect Talks, which is next week Thursday, where we make sure that you're motivated and that you're learning new skills and things like that. We try our best to maximize social media as possible, and as we're growing as a company, we are talking to new people every day, whether it's in groups, whether it's customers, whether it's through networking. These are the income producing activities we use to grow as a company, but at the same time, these are income producing activities that you all should be using to grow your business. Now, it sounds simple, right? Is everybody still with me? Does it sound simple? If so, drop me a quick yes, or even a number digit, so I know that you guys are all still with me. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Yes, all right, I see you guys. Okay, I see a couple numbers as well. Yes and one. All right, great. You guys are all still with me. All right, so here's the big question. Have you got what it takes to run your business? So let's just think about that for a moment. Have you got what it takes to run your business? Are you committed? If so, and you're answering me in your mind and you're saying, yes, I'm committed, are you willing to fail and keep trying? So I'm assuming you're all going to say yes to that one as well. So moving on to the next question, will you do whatever it takes to change your position? And if so, are you willing to give something of value first? So I hope all of you guys are willing to do all of those things, because I really sincerely believe that you've got what it takes. You do, you all do. You all got what it takes, you've all got the capabilities, you've all got the skills, and even if you don't feel confident in it, that you have the skills, you are in a business opportunity that provides you with all the training and all the support that is needed to get you to where you need to be. So, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I gave you guys a script in the last training. For those of you that actually joined us, I gave you guys a script and I set you out a challenge. So I want to ask you, how many of you committed yourself to actually trying that challenge? And I want you to be honest with me. You can give me a straight yes or give me a no. How many of you are actually committed in trying out that challenge where I gave you guys the script that converts and I showed you guys the example? Now, if it's a yes or a no, And if it is a no, I want you to really just be honest with me and share with me why. Why didn't it happen? Like, it could be because of time restraints, whatever it is. I just want you to be honest as possible. And I want all you guys to get involved. If you're with someone and you're a part of a group, as I know many of you guys actually watch combined with each other, then ask somebody to be like the nominee to write in on behalf of you guys and put your names aside so I can get as much feedback as possible, because today's session is really interactive and I really want to tap into that why you guys didn't actually commit to the action of doing it. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to write. And the thing is, this is the most important thing in your business results. It's all about honesty. It's all about being honest in your business. It's all about assessment and assessing and saying, okay, what did I do today? What did I do this week? What did I do last week? Where have I benefited? Where have I failed? Where can I get better? Where can I just tighten it up? Okay, I see an answer here. No, I didn't prioritize. And that's as honest as it is. Sometimes that is what it is, where we fail to see results because we chose not to prioritize. We chose not to see it as our top priority. And income producing activities every single day need to be our top priority. We need to put it as number one. Why? Because it's actually going to push us to where we need to be. Now, nobody really likes to do these tasks every day, if I'm honest with you. Sometimes it can be a little bit, I'm trying to think of the right word. It can just be like a cycle of where you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But isn't it more beneficial to do the same thing over and over again that's actually going to give you a result? Sorry guys, just to remind you as well, whilst you're in this training, please make sure that you mute it so that you don't disturb anybody else from this session. So yes, as I was explaining, it's much better to do the same thing over and over and over again and actually getting a result instead of doing the same thing over and over again and seeing no result. Now, you know, with this script that I gave you a couple of weeks ago, I'm all about second chances. So what I want to do right now is show you proven results of that same script working. I'm really going to give you the proof of how. And after that, I'm also going to open up the floor to discussion, as I really want you to engage with your business and decide today, do you have what it takes? And if you do have what it takes, what are you going to do today, even though as late as it is, but you can actually action some steps tonight or today for tomorrow to really to kickstart your business and get you into overdrive. So what I'm going to show you now, remember guys, earlier on today I gave you a sneak peek of a video of myself and I was sharing about putting the script into action. That was only a short teaser video. What I'm going to show you right now is the full video, giving you a real exclusive behind the scenes of me actually demonstrating how you can actually get the result and how simple it is as well. Now guys, I do want to stress that I'm actually giving you all of this information completely free. There's no charge where this information is, even though that this script is worth quite a lot of money, I must say, for the simple fact that it can convert. I could have, and I was in two minds, I'm going to be honest with you, I was in two minds to actually put this in a chargeable training. But I want to actually give you something that's going to really skyrocket your business and be able to give you something that you'll be able to use as leverage to give you the results that you need. So let's get started and see how, how your results can transform before your eyes. Oops, hold on, give me 1 second. Hi guys, I hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to give you some more information about the winning script that converts. This is the script that I created that actually produces results. Now I am going to show you how. Now, I really actually wanted to show you and have a video from my phone, but today, because it's, taking a little bit more action, I have my phone right here, and we're going to use this as the example, and we are going to call somebody right now, maybe even a few people, and I'm going to really show you how this script works, how simple it is. And I really want you today to click the link below, find this script in the video, and get to work and convert and make some real sales. So here we go. So I'm going to give you a quick example. All right, so I've opened up my WhatsApp. As you can see, I'm in a ton of groups there, but the group that I want is actually at the top. This group is called African Showcase Festival, and I actually got in contact with them through an event that I went to a few years ago, signed up into their group, and actually get a whole bunch of messages. There's a ton of contacts in there. I would say, how many people? There's 75 participants in here, so that means that there's 75 chances of, at least one or two people being a customer, or even you can even introduce as a business opportunity. I know for many of you, you may actually have these groups that may actually exist. You may be in church groups, you may be in a gym group, business forums, whether it's even online. This same method works online as well. You could even drop somebody a call, but I'll show you in a later video on how to convert that. But today we're focusing on calls, so let's get started. So I'm going to go straight into the group. I already pre-selected who I want to call, so I'm going to give an example of what you need to do before you actually make the call. So first things first, you need to, look through the list and see ideally, who is it that I would like to call? Who is it that I've shared within the platform that connects to the values that I have? Have they expressed an interest in health? Have they expressed an interest in wellness? Have they expressed an interest in beauty, or even financial freedom, or success, or networking, or anything along those lines, anything along those similar interests, similar values? Those are the people that usually you should shortlist and put to the top of your list to contact first. Once you select them, whether it's from the group or whatever, you now create a list of them, put their names and numbers aside, and everybody else literally follows. Then get your script out, and you're ready to go. Make sure that you're confident. Don't be resistant. The best thing for you to do right now is just to start with the list, get the script out, and start calling. And just those 3 short steps. To start with an action is better than taking no action. So there's nothing to fear. So I'm going to show you how it goes live in action. All right, so hopefully I'll be able to blank out the person's name later in the video. I don't think that really matters. This person that I'm calling, their name is called Julie in the group, and we're going to see. This is live in action, real numbers. And yeah, we're about to begin. Hello. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Gabrielle. I'm trying to get in touch with Julie. Hi, Julie, if this is you. My name is Gabrielle. I just want to get your attention for 30 seconds. Is that okay? It'll only literally take a quick 30 seconds. The reason for my call is I actually found you in it's a WhatsApp group called African Showcase. Yeah, and I'm with a company called Hybrid, and we provide like premium and natural-based skincare and all different types of products. And I'm sure you get calls like this all the time, so I really just want to be quick for you so I don't take up too much of your time. But when I saw your profile, I felt like you would be a type of person that would benefit because these are products that deliver great results. And what's really fantastic about it is that I'm really contacting you as these products, I want you to be able to experience the same thing for free. So the good thing about it is that I know that these products work. All my clients and customers, they get more results. And I just want to send you a free sample. That's really basically it. Is that something that you'd be open to? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, great. Is it possible I can get your physical address or even your email address? I can send you a bit more information. Okay, I'm just about to go to. Okay, thank you. All right, no problem. All right, thank you so much for your time, Julie. All right, bye. And there you have it. So that's the first one. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I skipped a few steps because I knew that you have to go by tone sometimes. So I knew that this person was a bit pressed for time. They were trying to shoo me off the phone. But I thought like it was very important to just keep it going and to make sure that I get to the end of the call. That's what's so important. So I'm going to call somebody else as well. And if I do actually get the person's information, I will be very, very honest with you and let you know later if I get the email address and the physical address so that I can send out the free sample. It's as simple as that. I don't want you guys to get complicated and make it far more complicated than it needs to be for you. So call number 2, because to be honest with you, I think that call could have gone so much more better. We're just warming up here, and let's just go into it full steam of confidence. The script is right there, so even if you have to like skip a step, now don't skip all the way to the end because you're not going to get the result. You have to make sure that you're saying like the crucial bits. So let's just see. All right, next call. This is somebody called Remy. Call number 2. Hello, can I speak to Remy? Hello? Hello, is this Remy? Remy. Hi. Remy or Kenny? I think it's Remy. R-E-M-I, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. My name is Gabrielle. The reason for my call today is I'm with a company called Hybrid, and I actually got your details through a WhatsApp group. I think it's called the African Showcase Festival. Okay. You just calling me at the wrong time. You want to call me back maybe in about half an hour? Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Yeah, I'll call you back then. All right. Bye. So, people will be very upfront with you and tell you whether they've got the time, whether they don't. Just make sure it's a soft approach. You don't want to keep pushing. If someone's really trying to shoo you off the phone, you will know. So we're going to move straight to the next person. And this is real calls and live. So this is the kind of thing that I think you need to see, that it's not every day it's like an instant result. It's calling after calling after calling. Hello? 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 Hi, can I speak to Lucy? Hello? Hello? Hello, can I speak to Lucy? Hi. Hi, Lucy. Hi. My name is Gabrielle. This is just a quick call. I actually got your number through a WhatsApp group, which is the African Showcase Festival.
Yes.
Yes. I just want to have your attention for a quick 30 seconds. Okay, great. So the reason for my call is I'm with a company called Hybrid. We basically provide premium and natural-based skincare, cosmetics, makeup, health and wellness products, things like that. And I'm sure you get calls like this, a lot of the time. So just bear with me for a little bit. But just for your personal interest, I'm just going to give you a quick example. So have you ever heard of like rice skincare products or mineral makeup? No? Okay. Well, that's fantastic. These products are created and made here in the UK. This is actually, within just 4 to 6 weeks of use, skin can become brighter, acne and dark circles cleared up, things like that. Really natural makeup as well, that really is quite light on the skin. So I'm really just contacting you as these products provide great results, and I want you to be able to experience the same thing for free. And the great thing about it is the products work, all my clients and customers are getting real results, and all I want to really do right now is actually a free sample. Yeah, free sample, completely free.
Okay.
So would it be possible to get your email address or your address where I can send it to? Because I just want you to try it out and then literally get back to me and let me know what you think.
Okay, is that possible?
Sorry. Yeah, you can give me that email address. Well,
Okay.
Say it again.
Okay.
LK. LK Finch. So Finch. N54.
54.
Oh, just 54. Yahoo.co.uk. Okay, great. What I'll do is I'll send you an email. This is LKFinch, LKFINCH54 at yahoo.co.uk. I'll send you a bit more information, and then then you can take it from there. And then we'll be able to get you your free sample. But thank you for taking the call. My name's Gabrielle. Gabrielle.
Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, so that's another example. So if you want to close it right there at the email address, then you can. So hopefully with the next call, fingers crossed, I'll be able to show you how to close it and push through to the end, where if the email address isn't sufficient and you really want to push for it, then we're going to try and get a meeting. So let's see what we can do. Hold on. 7. And naturally, as each call goes by, your confidence is going to increase. I can actually honestly say, at the first call, just for the sake of I'm recording this, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking because you put them on the spot. But because I've done this so many times now, I mean, it's quite laid back. But I understand the process. Just don't stress about it. Just relax and just take your time with it and just enjoy it and just listen to the responses of people. Listen to their tone and see where it's going to take you and get you. Okay? And to be honest, when somebody hears that something is for free, why not? Everybody enjoys that. So this is another person. So we're going to push through. Well, hopefully if I can get through, I'm going to push through to the end. Let's see if I can get a meeting. And everybody wants to have something that they know where you've got their number from. So always use something of reference. It works every time. Hello? Hello? Hi. Can I speak to Philomena? Hi, Philomena. My name is Gabrielle. And the reason for my call, I'm calling from a company called Hybrid. I actually got your number through the African Showcase Festival WhatsApp group. Yeah, so basically the reason for my call is I'm with a company called Hybrid. We provide premium and natural-based, skincare, cosmetics, hair care, makeup, health and wellness products a lot. There's so much we provide. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I just want to stay with me for like 30 more seconds. When I saw your profile, I felt like you could benefit from, these type of products, especially the fact that they deliver naturally. So all I really wanted to do is, because I know that they're producing great results and they work for all of my customers, I just want to be able to give you a free sample. So is it possible that I could get your email address or even your physical address so I can get this free sample out to you?
So all you need is my address, then it's supposed to
Yeah. I mean, where are you based, pretty much? Trafford 100. Oh, okay, so that's near Lakeside. I know where that is because I'm based in Essex as well. If you want, I can actually, either myself or a member of my team, I'd love to have like a quick appointment with you. I can show you in person.
Okay.
So what does your week look like? Are you free anytime, like next week? I don't mind sitting down with you. You can test and try it for yourself.
Friday.
Next week, Friday?
Yeah, I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call on Thursday. I guess I'm sure it's on Friday.
Okay.
My friend is going to help me because
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. Friday.
Yeah.
The products, is it for all colors?
Yes, it's for all colors, but at the moment I'm black, so it's predominantly, you can use it for Caucasian, you can use for Asian, use it for black, use it for all skincare and mineral makeup as well.
Okay. So you're working with the company that produces them?
I'm working with the company that produces it, yeah. And they're all made in the UK as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's the company based?
If I any product, then because I'm launching a website. I mean, okay, let's try to go on the website and see. Then,
yeah.
let's see somewhere and what product is all about. Then try because of the product and take it from there.
Yeah, of course. What I'll do is I can provide you with more information, but the whole purpose of just sitting down with you is just so that you can test, you can see it for yourself before even buying or making a purchase or anything. And even when it gets closer to the day, like next week, Wednesday or Thursday, I'll drop you a text and confirm, and then you can let me know if you're free or if you're available or another day, and then we can take it from there. That's good? Okay, that's great. All right, Philomena. Well, thank you for taking my call. I'll see you soon. All right. Bye. Guys, it's as simple as that. Meeting arranged for next week, Thursday. She's not sure. She's busy. I would have pushed for time because it's always good to have a date and a set time as well. But she was a little bit up in the air, so let's just keep it nice and light. But if you want to and you get them in that area, you can push for a date, push for a time, and then actually end up confirming the meeting. So right now, that's one meeting. That's two free samples to send out. And I'm not saying you have to send out anything massive, but you can go to, the hybrid store, or you can purchase a product for yourself. Whether you've got it in your starter kit or whether you buy a product on the side, it could be anything really. It could be moisturizer, hand lotion, body lotion. To make sure that when you send out this free sample, make it speak volume. Pack it with value. Everything you do, add it with some value. So even though it's a small part of a sample, or maybe you do want to give them a full product, I I personally wouldn't recommend doing that. It's always good giving them a little bite size. So put it in those small pots, whether it's hand lotion, moisturizer, a foundation. Ask the hybrid team to be able to supply you with that, or just for a low end, start from £1, for example. And from there, make sure some literature goes inside it, pack it with a note. Once you've sent it out and you've got the address and you've secured that, make sure you follow it up as well. So these are just some of the quick tips that I've learned on the way in terms of closing a sale and getting the result that you need. So I really want you guys to be able to take this information on board and just push through, just a little bit of action a day. Make today's challenge, what I really want you guys to do is to make sure that you don't waste the day. So start every day with making at least a minimum of 10 calls. Listen, I only called 4 people. 4. I haven't even gone any further than that. 4 people. 1 securing a meeting, and another 2 is, one's going to phone me back, and the other one is the email address for more information. So that is now 3 new people that I know that I now have to get in contact with. Why? Because they already have, they already are familiar with another group that we're all in. So we're all a part of this community group, and then, pushing forward from that, it's something that they know before. I'm giving them real valuable information, and I'm straight to the point. That's all that matters. And the fact that I care about their time, and you have to notice these little keywords, these little buzzwords that I'm not going to take too much of your time. Give me 30 seconds. All these things that are action-packed in that script. So make sure after you watch this, click the link below. Please, if you're going to do anything, get that script and implement it, pull it up. I would suggest, I'm not going to do a PDF or a pull-out version for you guys yet, because I really want you to listen to that training. Even if you don't listen to that training, just get to the part of the script, write it down. It's better to just convert that information over for yourself, write it down, practice it over and over and over again, get a feel for it, so that when you're actually now looking at the script, you know pretty much where you are. You know if you have to jump to the next part. You know if you have to really listen to a person's tone to see if they're really interested or not interested. And at the end of the day, everybody loves something that's valuable, and everybody loves something that is free. So, that's today's little Gav's Jam of today, and I hope you find this valuable and start implementing it, start practicing it today. See you guys. Alright guys, so now you have it. That's pretty much the formula that I showed you guys 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago we had myself and another person who was a part of the training, and we went through it and I pitched it as if we were doing like role play, which is really important. I would suggest, if you don't feel that you're comfortable at the stage of calling, pick a friend and go backwards and forwards and do role play. But to be honest with you, I really do feel that you guys are at the point where you can actually start actioning it out for yourself and start finding these type of groups where you can source information and start calling people, start making connections. There's nothing that is holding you back than yourself, than connecting yourself to another person to, either potentially become your customer or potentially actually join your business opportunity as well. It's all about getting out there, networking and seeking opportunities. Now, from what I've showed you, do you feel confident that you can actually implement that yourself? So I'm going to give you some time to type back and speak to me, because now we're moving into the section where this is going to get really interactive, and I really want to ask you as many questions as possible to build your business. So do you reckon that you've got what it takes? Do you feel like this is something that you can do? Be honest. Say yes, say no, say you're not sure. We need to really discover why you think, why you've got what it takes. If you feel like, you need to improve in a particular area, maybe you're not ready, maybe you feel a bit shy, you don't feel confident enough to do it. This is it. This is what I really want you to be able to convey. So let me see. Okay, I see a couple of yeses in there. That's great. That is great. And I'm glad that you believe that you've got what it takes. Do you think that it's simple? Do you think it's simple for you to implement? Do you feel like, you know, with a little bit of practice or just by calling somebody, that you can really go through those steps? And let me just tell you a little secret. And I know it seems, by watching it, even myself, even watching it back, it may seem that I was even going off the script a little bit, but I kid you not. That last part, when I arranged the meeting, it's because that part I know. I know the closing part. That is all there on the script. It's all there how to close. It's all there, you know, in terms of what to say and how to really handle the objection. You heard the tone of the lady Philomena who I was talking to when I mentioned about getting the physical address. Now, of course, you know me from a group, but you don't know me. I'm a random person. I've called you, and now I'm asking for your physical address. The walls have now gone up. The barriers have gone up completely high, and it's like, I'm not sure about giving you an address. And that is that perfect moment where you flip it and go, that's fine, where are you based? Soon after that, hopefully, you know, I never knew that she was literally half an hour, 45 minutes out from where I am. So I never, you know, you never know. Someone may actually be like at your doorstep. So luckily I recognized the area where she's from, and I was like, okay, great, I can meet with you, come round, myself and team, or myself, yada, 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 and arrange a day. You know, there's even more objections in there. You can even say things like, you want to see if, is there somebody else that you want to bring with you? Is there somebody else that would love to test and trial? Why you're going to do that is you want to bring somebody else with them so they feel comfortable, one. Two, is added leverage. If you've got one person and then they bring 2 to 3 more people, you know, doubling your chances of a sale, doubling your chances of more increased income as well. So you want to get as many people and maximize your meetings as possible. You know, encourage friends. Encourage them to bring somebody if it gets to the meeting stage. Encourage them never to come alone. If they have to come alone, fine. But encourage them to bring somebody so that, you know, it helps you to be able to get, you know, the results that you need. Now, I am really, really excited for you guys to have this. The previous training where it has the script in there is going to be up within the hour, where you can be able to go through the presentation, pause on the script, and I really want you to be able to copy it word for word. Yes, I could have made you a PDF attachment where you can download, etc., etc. And, you know, I will provide those resource tools and put it on the back office for you to help you later on down the line. But right now, what I really want you to do is I want you to get this script in your mind. I want you to write it down word for word, and I want you to get comfortable with it. You know, I want you to put it in your notepad or put it in your laptop, document it down in your own words so you can actually recognize it, get comfortable with it, so that when you do start making those calls, I mean, to be honest, if you really want to action this and start getting results, you could get a sale tomorrow. No joke. I also just want to add to you as well, although I'm a part of that group, the African Showcase community group, which I got from another event place, I don't know any of those women that I spoke to. I don't know them. I've never spoken to them before in my life. I don't know them. I literally went through the group at random and just assessed by profile picture, just kind of getting a brief feel, even going through the group forum, seeing who participated, seeing who has anything that, you know, equals or equates to what I have to offer, and just did it random from there. Don't know anybody, don't know if they're going to say yes, don't know if they're going to say a no. Try to make it as much as a conversation as possible and make it, you know, non-salesy, so, you know, they can get a feel for who I am and what I've got to say. And really, it's that simple. And this is the script that converts that I want you to be able to take away with you and implement it so you can actually get the same results. I mean, guys, think about it. Imagine you do 5 calls a day. I mean, I only had 5 people on my list. I'm going to be honest with you. I only had 5, and I just did that as the purpose of an example. I didn't know what was going to happen when I hit the record button. You know, I could have gone through 4, and nobody could have picked up. And then I would have gone back into the group and picked up a whole bunch of other people live, you know, recording. That's why I kind of love live, because it's on impulse. You never know what's going to happen. So, you know, didn't know any of those people, and this is the same thing that you guys can be doing in action every day. I mean, do you have a WhatsApp group that you're a part of? You know, maybe it's a church group, and not a church group where it only has like 5 members in the group, or it's a saturated group where you know everybody already, or you know everybody's in different opportunities, or maybe in your own opportunity as well. Don't go for saturated groups. I mean, but you never know. There may be somebody in there, so you're welcome to try. But it's all about widening your pool and going for, you know, the different groups where you know that there's people in there that you don't know, that you have never spoken to before, and you know, to be able to get you your result. I did say that the same process, the same script can convert online as well, and I'm going to show you in the next training how you can convert it to your Facebook, to different groups, and where you can take it on social media and build conversations and really actually give pure value as well. And that's going to be a real exciting session. So today, I hope you guys have actually I hope you guys have received a whole bunch of value. I hope I've made this intriguing for you. I hope that you are going to action it. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little bit disappointed that nobody actioned it from the last meeting and actually, you know, took the information that I gave. But what I wanted to do today is really show you in person. Well, we're online, not in person, but you get what I mean. Show you directly how simple it is, and how I really believe that you all have what it takes to be able to complete it. So right now in this session, in the last 10 minutes, or for however long you really want me to be on the platform for, I really want to ask you, you know, what are some of the struggles that you're having in your business? What are some of the complications that you're facing? What are some of your concerns? What are, you know, some of the things that you feel that you're lacking? And I want you to write it down in a sentence. You can actually direct message this to me. You can do that right here on this chat box, where, you know, you can send it to me anonymous if you don't want me to call out your name, or you can send it straight within into the group platform. Or if you are watching from a laptop or another device, feel free to actually direct message me through the hybrid action group, and I'll be able to pick up your questions through there. But guys, if you know through the questions I've asked you and you've got what it takes, and you answered yes to all the questions I asked you before, that means that right now you need to be seriously thinking about some questions to action in your business, because Monday could be a day where you're actually reaping the benefits. And I've arranged, you know, 4 meetings, a minimum of even 4 for the week. 4 meetings can convert to at least, you know, even a minimum like £100 worth of sales. I mean, and that could be your, you know, just a small piece of the pie of income if you really want to do it on a small scale. An additional £100 worth of sales per week. That's really £400 to £500 per month in sales. I mean, who wouldn't really want, you know, to be each week or even every day via a meeting, depending on how good you are at closing in the meetings. And in the next training, I'm hoping next week for our live for Connect Talks, even with a guest, I may actually cover that. I may cover that in the live trainings, in terms of, like, you know, once you actually meet the person, now what happens next. So I may actually cover that just ahead of time, just so that if you guys are going to action this and go for meetings next week, by Thursday you'd already have that information. But again, it's all about action. Feel free to contact me so I can actually give you a few pointers of, how to take that further. Okay, great. So one question has just come in. How can we generate fresh phone leads? Okay. All right, guys, are you ready for this magical answer that's about to come? All right. So the organic way of generating phone leads comes from multiple sources. So if you're actually putting yourself out there and you're attending networking events, there's many different business platforms, business forums that people have where they just add people to these groups. You could find them, you can even ask friends of a friend. So if you want to start small, you can, go through your close circle or the people that are around you. So friend of friends, family members, and you can target them. Those are people that I would call warm leads. Okay, so anybody that you actually have a direct relationship with, well, really, it could even be a hot lead, to be honest with you. Warm would really be friends of friends. It's a little bit warm. It's through like a referral. It's through someone that is known and trusted. Now, the lead that I did, usually you'd actually call it a cold lead because I don't know anybody. But where you have the power of referral, where you're in a WhatsApp group, or maybe you've got their information through a business forum on Facebook, like maybe you're part of a group community there, and you can direct message a person. But remember, I said that the way how to implement that part online is just slightly, it's a slight tweak, it's a little bit different, but you are welcome to try it and see any results that you get back from there. But another ultimate way in terms of getting fresh phone leads, you can use, the yellow pages if you want to contact businesses directly. I mean, let's think about it this way. Even if you contact a business, try and match your service to the business, or try and, if you're not going to match it to the business, then another thing that you can do is just say, hey, I know that this is your business establishment, but through looking and finding you, I am an independent business owner, and I'm calling you from a company or a small business owner, whatever you want to say. I'm calling you from a company called Hybrid. We actually sell premium skincare, hair care, natural-based mineral makeup, XYZ, whatever is your the top-selling products. You put that in, one that you definitely know that you can talk about with the full, features and benefits and everything. Say a little line about that. They may say, I'm not really interested at this particular moment, and just say, hey, I'm not actually pitching you for your business, but it's because of your business is how I'm, got in contact with you. I would like to call. Oh, sorry, I would like to speak to you more about it. Just send you a free sample, like you personally. Can I send it to your business address? Can I send it to your personal address? Or can I just meet you at your business establishment and drop off the free sample to you? That way, when people start hearing free, I mean, no one's got nothing to lose with something free. If they agree to you going to their business establishment, then that's fantastic, because in hindsight, what you've got is a meeting. And then I'll show you what you need to do in terms of when you hit that, when you make the mark with that. But if they say no and you can send something to the business establishment, the same format follows. Make sure you pack it with value. Make sure you put a little handwritten note, printed note, something in there that they know it's from you. Put your little extra touches in there, and you're good to go. And then make sure after that you follow it up. So there are so many places where you can actually find free, valuable information. So to generate fresh phone leads should not even be a problem. Even, to be honest with you, you can even ask a friend and say, hey, can I go through your Instagram? Can I go through your Facebook? Maybe a little bit personal, but hey, how bad do you want your business to succeed? Even your sister, your brother, someone that you know, hey, can I go through your Facebook or your phone contacts? Who do you know? Go through their Instagram and then say, hey, do me a favor, yeah, can you give your friends the heads up that I want to contact them? Some people just do that on the basis of referrals. Trust me, you know people. Don't make it difficult for yourself. Don't overthink too much. You know people. You can get fresh phone leads from your friends, from your family. You can get fresh phone leads from the Yellow Pages or Thompson Phone Book or Yell Online. You can get fresh leads through Facebook, Instagram, so many different places. It's not limited. It's up to you to source that opportunity. Oh, another question coming in. Can I buy phone leads from Hybrid if I'm unable to source my own? Well, I did just give you a whole long list. So I am really hoping that you would only use phone leads from Hybrid as a last resort. Yes, Hybrid can provide phone leads. We do actually have a batch of data that you can use that is at a cost, but I would suggest you to contact the Hybrid team, send a message in the action group, maybe just write data leads, and one of the team members will be able to send you a private message on how you can actually get that. It's not really, how can I put this? It's not a secret, but if you ask, then, you'll be able to get it. So thank you for asking and putting it out there. But, that's if you want it, you can get it, but it's at a cost. It's not free. But before you actually go down that road, I would suggest everybody to try and source your leads and I would say until you've sourced your own leads of an amount of 50, then, from you find 15, you can't find no more, then yeah, definitely come to us. But you definitely have 50 people in your pool to search for. Does anybody else have any questions? As I say, feedback is so important. If you really are interested in growing your business, I don't care how small the question is or how silly you think it sounds, just drop in a question and help yourself to be able to get to that next level that you need to with your business. It's so, so important. I really want you guys to be able to take your business to the next level. Listen, guys, 4 calls, 1 meeting, 2 referrals. And it's as simple as that. Like, if you just commit and be consistent in these actions, you will also see the same results. Let's just really even think about it. Even after that, I was a little bit flabbergasted, to be honest with you. I did know that the script works. Obviously, I created it. I've, tested different methods and format, but to be honest with you, I only expected, I didn't really even expect anybody to pick up, to be honest, but I never expected to confirm a meeting. I knew I was going to be able to get the referrals and things like that, but I never expected to get the meeting just in the space of 10 minutes. I thought maybe I'll have to keep going for like an hour or so, because where cold calling comes in, you can get a little bit frustrated, a little bit annoyed. People are going to come to you with negativity. People are going to say, no, I'm not interested. You may get sworn at, you may get insulted, but you have to make sure that you are remembering your end goal. People say, I'm not interested, you're a scam, you're this, you're that. I've had it so many times before. I mean, fortunately, I was able to capture a good day. I wish I actually, to be honest with you, I wish I could have captured, some bad responses so I can show you how to actually navigate away from it and to get yourself out from the funk. Because obviously, if you've called a few people and they're quite negative, you'll begin to start feeling quite negative. So there are some tips and tricks to keep yourself upbeat and to make sure that you are, feeling motivated to continue to call. Okay, another question's come in. How many calls per day should be the minimum? To be honest with you, I would say 10, because you really are going to aim at getting through to at least half of that. But I would say 10 a day. And I would aim to call 10 people a day, but you can actually get through 10 calls quite quickly. So if you've got 10 calls a day and only one person's answered or nobody's answered, then you at least need to keep calling until half the amount pick up the phone. Doesn't matter about the result, but half. So if the rate of it is 10 calls or 10 pickups from a call, then if the rate is 10 to call 10 people, then the pickups at least need to be a minimum of 5. So I would say call 10 people per day. And it could be weekday, especially sometimes Saturday and a Sunday is not feasible, depending on the area of business somebody works in. Like, you don't know if they're working or if that is their day of leisure. If that's their day of leisure, ultimately call the person. If it's their day at work and you know that the person's industry that they're in, they're extremely busy, then avoid like a plague, because people hate business calls when they're at work or when they're busy. But, ultimately, to be honest with you, you're not going to know when they're the days where they're busy anyway. So the least you can do is just get a call, get some information. You're fishing. So while you're fishing in this new pool, that's the best analogy to give it, you want to make sure that you're acquiring enough information. Make sure when you're calling that you're going to put a notepad and pen beside you, or like myself, if you heard me tapping away trying to get notes from the meeting, you can tap on your laptop, but just make sure that you're not taking notes and on the phone with someone at the same time, because that's quite distracting when you're taking notes on your phone and calling. But make sure it's an additional source so they don't get to hear all of that interference. Make sure you're in a quiet place as well. Most times, maybe you can be at a cafe or just a quiet area that's not going to distract you and bring you too much noise. Don't be calling either while you're multitasking or in the middle of other things. Make sure it's your only task to do, and I would suggest that you start calling before you do anything else. So in the day, if you've got a whole bunch of stuff to do, try and let that be one of the first things that you do. Maybe it's you do that as soon as you reach the office if you're at work, or maybe you do that before you leave your house, or maybe you have to do it on your lunch break. Whatever you do, don't push it down to the latter part of the day unless fully necessary, like you're working all day. Maybe you're working an early shift all the way down till night, and maybe 8 o'clock is the only free time for you to do a call. That is completely fine, but just make sure that it is your number one priority as well. Okay, another question as well. What is the follow-up process? Wait a few days or next day? Wait a few days, but it all depends on what the action or what the closing action of the call was. So with the example of the person that said that they will call me back, if they do not call you back, you can wait a couple of days. So let's say 48 hours, or you can actually do it the next day and say, remember I called you yesterday, you said you was going to call me back, so I'm just giving you a quick courtesy call to follow up on what I was trying to share with you yesterday. So that's one way. When you get their email address, you want to follow up with them the next day or even immediately the same day. If you do end up waiting a few days for some sort of reason, that's okay, but the sooner the better. If you do get a meeting now, you do not need to contact them until the day before, or maybe even 48 hours before the meeting. Or if it's the day before the meeting, pretty much earlier in the day, you want to message them. So say, for instance, the meeting that was arranged for Friday. I don't have any secure time. So what I would do is Thursday around about 10 o'clock, I would drop a text and say, hi there, Philomena, this is Gabrielle. Remember I spoke to you last week in regards to the free sample that I would like to give you from my my health and beauty brand. Just reconfirming the meeting for tomorrow. Would you be able to let me know what time, or do we need to reschedule? You do need to ask that. If you want to leave out the reschedule part, you can, and you can just ask the question and see what their response may be. After they respond, and maybe they say they're available, and they'll give you a time, and then you confirm it and say, looking forward to meeting with you tomorrow. If not, and they say, no, that's unavailable, I'm unavailable, then you can say, okay, great. What does the rest of your week look like, or what does it look like next week? Always say, what does your week look like? The reason for that is so that you're projecting and giving them the option to tell you when they're available. Another question. I'm really, really thankful for all these questions. keeping me busy. How many attempts on a single contact before pushing it to the back of the queue? Alright, with this one, you're going to have to just use a little bit of common sense, because you have to listen to the tone of the person. Now, if the person swears at you and says, you know what, basically, bye, don't call me again, then I would suggest that you don't call them again because they've been very upfront. A lot of people can be ignorant sometimes to certain ideas or opportunities or whatever it is that you have to say. So if they are really insultive and they put the phone down and they say, not interested, blah, 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 I wouldn't really waste your time calling them again. I mean, automatically you should put them in the back of the queue. If you're already if you're an optimistic person, then, put them to the back of the queue and leave them for the month. Maybe it was a bad day. And then feel free to call them again. You never know. I always say that no doesn't mean no, it just means not right now for the opportunity. So, yeah, anybody can really be put back to the queue. But if you get somebody that's willing, or maybe you just keep missing them, they're unavailable, they say they're busy, or I'll call you back, those type of ones, you just keep on attempting till you reach contact, until you actually have a firm yes or a no. As long as they keep saying, call me back, but the thing is, make sure that with each contact you give 24 to 48 hours. You don't want to be a nuisance, you don't want to be a nag, but you can do things too, where you can follow up with a text, you can follow up with a call, so that, just spread it out. But a lot of these things is common sense, and a lot of these things, the more times you do these actions, then you're going to become more familiar with what naturally is the right thing to do. Another question here, do you have a follow-up script I can use? Not right now that I can give you. I do have a follow-up script, yes. I would like to share that in another training. In terms of a follow-up script, I mean, anybody can follow up in their own unique way, whether you want to do it in text, whether you want to do it by call, direct messaging, whatever it is. A follow-up is as simple as this. It's just, hi there, I called you, or I messaged you, or I even sent you your free sample. I hope you received it. Did you like, what was in there? Or, it's as simple as that. Whether it's a call, I tried to call you the other day. I would love to get in contact with you because I believe I have something of value that I want to share with you and give to you for free. Nice simple statements like that. Everything that you want to make sure is that you want to be able to give somebody something of value. And, free and value goes hand in hand, but at the same time, you want to make sure the person on the other side is always thinking, what's in it for me? They're not thinking of investing today. They're not thinking of purchasing your products today. So you always have to kind of have that in mind, and just think that when you're approaching them, that it's all about free and value, and that's it. That's what your first approach and your first need is to them, to meet their need and to be able to provide free value. After that, when you can get that commitment of the free sample, get that commitment off of a meeting, or even until you get them to commit through calling, then that is when you can be able to follow up effectively. And the thing is, following up is just the same as building a relationship. If you've borrowed something from somebody, or you're speaking to a friend and you say, do you know what, I need you to call me back, I'll speak to you later, and then you never got a chance to speak to them later, and you just prompt your friend and say, hey, I was meant to speak to you earlier, but is everything okay? Is everything all right? Same principle. But I will look into creating a follow-up script for you all to use. Now, I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but if you do, please feel free to drop me a message on the to drop me a message on the hybrid action group, whether it's a direct message or whether it's a personal DM, or maybe you feel to drop me an email at admin@hybrid.com or at the email provided at the beginning, which is hybridbeauty@gmail.com, and really delve in deep to your business and really push. Next week, I want you guys to be able to push and discover and see what it takes for you to, make that essential next steps, to take the next steps, to grow your business. Anything is possible. Next week, you can be able to really leverage and have meetings, and I would love and I'm waiting to hear all of your success stories if you actually put this into practice. I promise you it works. I just need you guys to be committed, dedicated, and consistent. That's all that this takes. It's simple. I got one meeting result in the space of 10 minutes. I mean, even though the video was 22 minutes long, I really spoke for the first half of it. So really in 10 to 15 minutes, that is a result that I personally achieved. And that is why I wanted to show it to you so you could see how simple it is to attain. Now guys, we've come to the end of today's training. And also I just would like to add that starting from Monday, the hybrid team will be giving everybody a personal quick call just to update you on some changes that's going to be happening with your hybrid account. Now, these changes that are going to be coming into effect are going to be able to help you guys to, achieve getting more commission, giving you a chance to be able to have sample stock and to be able to help you, to give you that push to drive your team success and your own personal sales success even closer and even faster. So these are some changes for you to be able to look out for. Emails will be provided and updated to give you a chance to find out more about the policies that are going to be in store. But look out for the phone calls, check your emails, and the action group for all the messages that are going to be provided as well. And please make sure that next week, Thursday, you show up with me live at 9:30 with myself for the third episode of Connect Talks. Hopefully I should have a special guest with me and we'll be able to share as much value as possible. Another note, please add into your diaries, which is the 7th of, I think it's the 7th of April. Let me just double check because I always believe in giving correct information. Yes, the 7th of April, which is a Saturday, 10 o'clock to 3 p.m. we have our Hybrid Connect. This is our great networking event. This is where you can use all these meetings as leverage and bring people to the Hybrid Connect. There's no shame in, after you've collected the sale or closed the sale or closed the meeting, there's no harm in actually just inviting somebody to the Hybrid Connect meeting. This is what it's all about. Invite somebody new. You never know who's going to be play a part of your success, of your journey to financial freedom. So those are the updates that I have for you. Please make sure that you put that in your diaries, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week, Thursday, as well as seeing you guys at our next Hybrid Connect at the 7th of April. And also looking forward to speaking to you all next week to update you on these important changes. So I hope you guys have found tonight's training valuable. And who here is actually going to put this script into action? Let me just wait and hear and see if any of you are going to put this into action. You're going to start calling some people. I mean, just by reading the script, I'm literally holding your hand during this process. Literally. So as you're reading the words, just imagine me, I'm holding your hands during the whole process, guiding you so you'll be able to get results. I see some me's, I will. Thank you guys Thank you guys so much. And I really want you to be able to implement this so you can get the success that you desire. So I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and whatever it is that you are about to do, whether it's to go bed or maybe it is to, think about the script and the many ways that you're going to implement it. Tomorrow, the weekend, and Monday, make sure you create some action. And as soon as you guys get some success with it, please share it in the action group. Please share it on our hybrid support group and share your success stories. Send me a message. I'll even share your success stories as well, because sharing is caring. As cheesy as that sounds, sharing is caring. So have a great night, guys, and we'll meet again soon. Bye.